alrighterbabber.
Hello folks, welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. We have just done the Temple of Wodica, Never Far from the Queen, something like that. Not that one, one of these anyway. And we've picked up 3 more main quests. We've got a bunch of little quests. Now, we've got some decisions to make because we can go to Durford Village. Don't know where those ruins are. We've got to find some mysterious ruins. We've got Undying Heritage. The Acolyte showed me a vision of an ancient tower in a derelict district of Defiance Bay, which is, we're in Defiance Bay. And the Leaden Key Acolyte showed me a vision of an agent in a place of misery and madness, which apparently is in a wealthy neighbourhood, and maybe the guards will know of it. So that sounds like it's in Defiance Bay as well. So I think we're going to ignore Durford Village for now, or Deerford Village, or whatever you want to call it. And I think we'll have a look for these two. Now, I'm pretty much aware that I'm guessing the derelict district, where's my map? The derelict district is going to be Ondra's Gift, I think. And the other one, Undying Heritage, sounds like a sanitarium, which I think is in Brackenbury. So it looks like we are going to be running around Defiance Bay for a little while anyway. So I think we should go and check these places out and see if any of these are what we want. I think we'll go and start over here. Have a look at the Valian Embassy. Let's see what's going on. Let's have a little clicky click. In fact, let's double speed it up. Dun 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 dun.
Circling feet heading nowhere.
Yes. Heading nowhere. Who are you? Valian soldiers. Right, let's have a look inside here. Inside the Valian Embassy. Let's see what's going on. See if anyone is being diplomatic. Oh, look, there's loot. There's loot. There's a person. Vincent Agosti, Valian diplomat, Valian diplomat. So you're a named character. Let's have a little word with you, sir.
How do you do?
How do you do? How do you do? What can this humble servant of the republics do for you? Tell me about the Valian republics. They are rich in all ways, in wealth, in style, in culture. If you were to go to the republics, you would not want to leave. Why would you? The people are beautiful and charming. I am here because the Songretta Ducala wishes it. But when my appointment is done, I will be on the first ship out, and I will sing from here to Salona. If there's nothing else, I must return to my duties. What do you do here? As the Valian ambassador, my job is to ensure trade with the Durwood remains strong and profitable. Nice. Now, F5 is quick save. Excellent. Good, good, good. Right, let's see if we get done for stealing. We might have to reload. I don't want to be done for stealing. I'm not stealing a book. That's not worth it. Mr. Valian soldier. Hello, sir. What have we got up here? Maybe some scrolls, books. Oh, is that theft? I've been caught stealing. Oh dear, let's not do that again then. Okay, at least we didn't get shot by guards. These postings show current prices for a range of commodities. That's nice. That's lovely. How much does stuff cost? Who have we got in here? Just some diplomats. Diplomats. What do we have here? Spread across the table. Do you know what? I'm going to click that one on and pull that up for when that runs out like that. Spread across the table are the blueprints of an in-progress trade deal between a merchant company from the Republics and a Durwoodian wire wool collective. Werwool? A wool collective? A wool collective? I have no idea. I'm guessing it's wire wool. But everything is spelled differently because it's fantasy. Look, there's no one in here. 4 mechanics and 5 lockpicks. How many lockpicks do we have? many lockpicks does it take to open a chest? We've got 17 lockpicks and there's nobody in here. I think that deserves a quick save. Blah blah, yes we do. Let's do. Nobody looking, nobody noticing. Money and an opal, thank you very much. That'll do. We got some money and we got an opal. Don't know what that does. Probably used in something or other. We should have a look at some point about enchanting the weapons, because we can do some fancy enchantments. I'd just like to get some loot up first, so we shall see what happens. Right. Okay, that was boring, wasn't it? Not a lot going on there. Let's head to the Crucible Keep. Crucible Keep. Crucible Keep. Isn't this where those knight people are? Or they're not knights and they're trying to be knights. Maybe they're currently Kniggets instead of knights. Maybe that's the difference. Where's the door? There's the door. Come on, door. Loading screen. Loading screen. I don't know. So, come on. Let's have a look at this crucible. I'm pretty damn sure there's some quests in here to pick up. Not that we're too concerned.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? Aldmar gives you an appraising eye. Judging by the scars on his face, he's lucky to be able to do that much. Every day we get more from the hinterlands pouring into Defiance Bay. Keeps us busy on the watch, it does. You look like you're recently arrived yourself. We are recently arrived, but we can't tell you that. Who are you? A soldier of the Crucible Knights, and proud of it. I help keep everything running at the keep so that Commander Cliver can focus on more important matters. Looking for something or just knocking the dirt off your boots? What goes on in Crucible Keep? This is the headquarters of the Crucible Knights, so it's where we store arms and armour as well as where many of our soldiers bunk. I'm glad you said bunk. I forgot what I asked. Tell me about the Crucible Knights. We're the defenders of Defiance Bay. We're not exactly a formal knighthood, but don't tell Commander Cliver I said that. He grins. We were the first organised militia to oppose Erdian rule, and today we're the largest force in the city. Our soldiers undergo years of combat training, and our officers are required to have their souls read by that critter out in Dunrid Row. What's this about Dunrid Row? Just a requirement of the Crucible Knights, so the higher-ups know there's nothing messy built in your soul's past. Aldmar widens his stance. Keeping the ranks pure is fine by me. I just wish they were more careful in hiring their ciphers. What's wrong with their ciphers? Let's be stoic, just 'cause it's something we can do. Spit it out. Spit it out. He shifts his weight and glances at the empty halls. They're mostly Orlans. I'm sure they're talented enough, but you just can't trust them. Hostility's in their nature, and they've learned to hide it over the years. He frowns and crosses his arms. All I'm saying is they should at least be supervised by other folk. That's reasonable enough, isn't it? Well, you're wrong. You know, that's kind of racist, I guess. But that's a horrible thing to say. If people treated them better, you wouldn't have to worry about them being so hostile. That's fair. This seems like an extreme position to take. Oh, that's very diplomatic. I think if people treated them better, you wouldn't have to worry about them being so hostile. Aldmar shrugs. I'm just speaking the truth. Nowadays, it seems that's the biggest crime of all. No, he wasn't happy with that. Never mind. Well, cheers, fella me lad. Aldmar. Who have we got up here? Justicars. Justicars. There's lots of Justicars in Vampire as well. I wonder if that's stealing. Oh, that's a funny sign. I don't know what that symbol means. I bet it means stealing. I bet it means don't steal. Dunstan! Wibbly wobbly walkie.
If this is about the breastplates, I already told Cleaver they won't be repaired till next week.
Yes, it's about the breastplates. Can I have you not repaired till next week? I'll come back then and pick them up and then walk away. No? What do you do here? I'm going to guess you're the blacksmith, as you're the dwarf that bustles between a sweltering forge fire and work table. I'm guessing you're a blacksmith.
I'm a forge master.
Oh,
I'm a
sorry.
master smith for the Crucible Knights. But the way I see it, I'm also keeping up with our old traditions. The first members of our order were smiths. Nowadays, most everyone's a professional soldier. I suppose it's to be expected, but I think it's important we keep up with our roots, too.
Yes, it is. It is. Tell me about the Kniggets.
We were all smiths back in Hodred's day, though I'm about the only one here who still gets his hands dirty. We're a fearsome fighting force, though these days I think Cleaver takes more pride in our parade formations.
Yeah, I expect he does. No idea what he's talking about. He thinks himself a progressive man, but he's obsessed with soul lineages and connections to the Deerwoods heroes of old. He picks up his hammer again. Other than Dunnard Rowe, who really knows about any of that, though? He's gone American. Don't know why, don't know when, but it happened. Penhelm. Named characters. The young novitiate's armor is recently shined. Polished would possibly be a word. And his hair is clean and neatly combed. It's hard to believe he's ever seen battle, or that the scarred antique breastplate he wears could possibly be his. Are you looking for something? Tell me about the Knights of the Crucible. We're the primary defenders of Defiance Bay. The Order's founders were the first to rally for Durwoodian independence. He waves his hand. Of course, that's ancient history by now. Now we're the most prestigious company of soldiers in the Deerwood. It's a glorious line of work. He scrunches up his nose. If you can forget about the barracks, that is. Was there anything else? How does someone become a Knigget? We don't take just anyone. Our members share soul legacies with the very men and women who defended this land a century and a half ago. He shifts his weight and coughs. Anyhow, Commander Cliver's responsible for initiations, but he rarely accepts foreigners. Okay, farewell. See you later. Bye-bye. Hey. All right, let's go down this way. Let's see what's over here. Let's see, have a little look in here. Anyone in here? No, someone has just left. I'm all alone.
I've got it.
I'm all alone. Maybe we should go back to normal speed in case anyone walks in. Normal speed. That's not much stuff in there. No, not interested. Oh, hello. Penhelm's affidavit. Oh, that could be useful. We just spoke to Penhelm. That sounds like it could be useful. Penhelm's affidavit. Curran, a cipher duly appointed and employed by Dunrid Rowe, does hereby certify that Novitiate A.M. Penhelm has been found to have a soul free of any subversive influence or tainted essence. The scroll is stamped with the seal of Dunrid Rowe and signed by both Penhelm and Curran. That's a questical item, isn't it? Oh, we can, sort things now. I didn't know we could do that. Look how much shit I've got to get rid of. Low to high. High to low. There we go. High to low. High to low. Nice. We can sort stuff now. Thank you, whoever patched. What have you got there? Potion of Merciless Gaze. 15% of... Do you know, I really should, load that on. You've got traps. Who's our trapper? Aren't you our trapper? Distractions. Easily distracted. Stealth. Mechanics. No. Okay, you're rubbish. We'll stick with Durant's. There's just a car there, but a shut door. Edict of Arrest. This edict calls for the arrest of Eorn, whose recent actions have led to the death of a Knight of the Crucible. It requests reporting any information to Justicar Aldmar. Ooh, money. Potion of Major Regeneration. That could be useful. Nobody walk in. Nobody walk in. I think it's paused, is it not? Yeah, it's paused. Okay, fair enough. We've looked in there. We've looked in there. Right, what's in here? You look to be the next door. You look to be the mess hall. Okay, we'll have a look at the mess hall in a minute. Hello. Novitiate. Who are you? Weiler. Wyler, the Justicar's gaze flicks over to you briefly before returning to the novitiates gathered in the training area. If this is about patrols, my novitiates are already stretched to their limit. Between the refugee influx and the mess at Heritage Hill, I simply don't have any units to spare. That's fine. After a pause, she looks at you again. I'm sorry, was there something else you need? What's wrong at Heritage Hill? She lowers her voice. What isn't wrong is the real question. A whole district of walking, flesh-eating corpses. We sealed the area 2 months ago, just after I lost one of my finest commanders there. And yet this is the second guard rotation to disappear. There are already enough rumours about the place floating around to keep without my soldiers whispering about these disappearances. She shakes her head. I'd just as soon abandon the district, but if those monsters should find a way out, well, I could look into it, possibly, maybe, if I can be bothered. She steps back and regards you. After what I've just told you, you want to go to Heritage Hill? I've lost trained soldiers there. Why should I let anyone in? If people are disappearing, someone's got to figure out what's happening to them. You've got nothing to lose. Your trained knights have nothing on me. Slight no. Oh, yeah, we don't want to piss them off. Don't do that. What's the harm in letting me try? If you're so eager to rush to your death, I won't stop you. She quietly looks on at the novitiates. And if you're somehow able to put a stop to this, you've got my permission to end... Oh, I thought you were going to give me a reward if I was going to put a stop to it. You've got my permission to enter Heritage Hill. I'll send word to the guards at the gate. And you're you're in charge of the keep's novitiates. Okay, fair enough. Nice. Okay, farewell. Thank you. Thank you, please. Thank you, please. Bye-bye. Right. That goes back to the hallway. There's bugger all down there. This looks like a worshipy place. That's going to be the captain's room. Right, let's have a look at the mess hall. I said let's have a look at the mess hall. Speedy, 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 speedy. Oh, look, 2 ways to the mess hall. Who have we got in here? Nobody. Nobody of importance. Apart from a painting of a row of warriors standing atop the walls of Defiance Bay. Nice. Let's have a look at this worshipy place. Worshipy, worshipy. Priesty, priesty. No priesty, priesty. This is the symbol of Abaddon, a colossal smithing hammer imposed over a circular gear. It's smooth and bright with buffing oils. Nice. Nicey, nice, nice. There's nobody here. There's nobody here. There's nobody here. Oh, it's empty. Never mind. Yes, close the altar. Not interested. That was lucky timing, wasn't it, Mr. Justicar? You saw nothing. Nothing at all. We don't have the manpower. I'm men and women.
The dozens getting them all riled up about animancy. At this rate, we'll need twice the soldiers to patrol Defiance Bay. Yes? Can I help you with something?
I was going to read the bit in between your talkies, but never mind. Fair enough. Can you help us with something? Yes, you're in charge? Here in Defiance Bay, anyhow. The High Justice is leader of our order, but he's currently stationed at Fleetbreaker Castle. My job is to oversee our forces in Defiance Bay and keep order for the Duke. Was there something else I can do? Why don't you have enough soldiers?
Fleetbreaker Castle. The High Justice has summoned almost half of my novitiates and more of my justiciars to a keep on the other side of New Hailmar. It's not for me to question the High Justice's orders, but it's left us short-handed. And mark me, we're just a couple sparks away from anarchy.
Yeah, so I can't pronounce justiciars. I'm sticking with justicars because that's what I'm used to saying. Get over it. Right. Benevolent. Is there any way I can help? That will help us. Quit being dramatic. No, not going for negatives. I'm such a nice man. I will go with a slight positive. Is there any way I can help? It gives you a thin smile. Always refreshing to meet someone who'd rather fix a problem than complain about it. Well, I do a bit of both, to be fair. I do whinge a lot. Forge Master Dunstan is working with an animancy scholar to build what we're calling Forge Knights, warriors that can patrol our streets without suffering fatigue, disobedience, or fear. So robots. Some agitator throws a rock at them. We don't have to worry about things getting out of hand. He's constructed the armor, but we need the scholar's research. Yes, with animancy, that's soul stuff, isn't it? So it's less robots and more trapping souls. And we know that souls get trapped in buildings and things. Not trapped, they volunteer. So I wonder if these are volunteers as well. Could be interesting. He's constructed... unfortunately, she hasn't been around the last few times my novitiates have checked. Viana lives with the rest of the Scriveners out in Copper Lane, but I haven't the soldiers to spare at the moment. Go to the Scriveners' dormitory and see if you can find her. When you get the research, just bring it to Dunstan. This is his area of expertise anyway. Okay, tell me about the Kniggets. And crosses his hands behind his back. We're the only professional army in Defiance Bay, or in the Deerwood for that matter. We defended the city in Hadrit's day. We've improved our training since then, but Dunnard Rowe can certify that many of our officers come from good Derwoodian fighting stock. Now we're responsible for patrolling the city and keeping the peace. With so many refugees pouring in from the countryside, that's become more important than ever. Unfortunately, that's earned us enemies, particularly among the dozens and some of the more enterprising families. Oh, tell me about these enterprising families, good sir. House Domenel. House Domenel, namely, they're one of the city's oldest families and its largest criminal organisation. Their patriarch, Gedmar, has been trying to take advantage of the turmoil to expand his operations. We've kept on top of him, and he hasn't been too happy about that. Okay, what do the dozens have against you? He snorts. Sorry, that was terrible. They're demagogues and troublemakers. They forget that Defiance Bay is one of the largest cities in the world and not some frontier outpost. Most of them are mercenaries on a good day, and the street thugs the rest of the time. Needless to say, they've no patience for law and order. I see. Was there something else I can do for you? Goodbye. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye. That looks like a map to me that we can't do anything with. I was hoping it might mark some stuff on my map. Right. Well, that's Crucible Keep. Which way's out? Which way's out? Which way's out? That way's out. That way is out. I think we're done with Crucible Keep. Have we picked up some quests? Yes, look, we've built some quests down here. Built some quests? That's what we do. We build quests out of nothingness. Just a bit of imagination and copper wire. 77,000 backers, or fans, possibly backers. Oh, I just clicked one of them. Get everyone. Alrighty, so what's left? The Ducal Palace. I bet we're not allowed in there. Let's go and have a look. We are coming up to like 20 odd minutes. So we may... what? A call for interested patrons. The Admouth Den Expedition Hall pledges competent, proven men and women towards the profitable venture of your choosing. Interested parties are to seek out Wenon within the Expedition Hall. That's back in the other place, innit? Another shit, right, okay, well, we'll go and do that in a bit. More questing.
And a shrine to Margaret as well. Her clergy belongs there.
Alright, Durance. What's the matter with you? Let's have a look. Can we go in? I think we might have a look around in next episode. I should really cut this bit out, shouldn't I? The loading screen. Oh, hello. Let's do it anyway.
Well met, friend.
Well met, young lady. Any news to share? Or are you just here to see the Ducal Palace? What's the Ducal Palace? It's the seat of government here in Defiance Bay. This is where Duke Admeth Hadret declared free. That's an awkward mouthful. Admeth Hadret. Admeth Hadret, Admeth Hadret, Admeth Hadret. It's not too bad. Declared freedom from Aidaran rule. One day I'll learn to pronounce that properly. Anyway, he declared freedom from their rule some 150 years ago. She lowers her voice and grins. It's also a hotbed of regional politics. Trust me, the gossip here beats what you'll find in any tavern or brothel in the city. Ah, Deerwood politics. It changes too quickly to be worth keeping up with. Better to strike up conversation in the taverns than try to loiter inconspicuously in the palace corridors. Inconspicuously. Yes. Who are you? I'm a page here at the palace. I deliver messages and run errands and blah, blah, blah. Cool. What goes on? It's all political, isn't it? Where to start? We've got meetings, public hearings and ceremonies, and that's just the stuff that happens in the open. She leans a little closer. This is where the Duke and his key advisors work, so shh. There's always someone bartering for a favour. Unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to talk about that side of things. But if you want the official version, she clears her throat and gestures counterclockwise around the palace. We have a shrine devoted to Magran, official records and chambers for public hearings and council meetings. Tell me about the shrine of Magran. It's a symbol of Magran's protection of Defiance Bay. She's represented the revolutionary spirit of the Deerwood ever since independence, and her involvement in creating the Godhammer bomb only affirmed her importance to us. What kinds of records are stored here? Mostly dull official stuff, census counts, tax records, militia registers. Now I keep my distance. I got curious one day and got drafted into reshelving half the records. Worst day of my life. Is there a hearing going on right now? Sure is. Duke AV has been meeting with some of the city leaders for weeks now, trying to figure out how to address the legacy. The whole business is terribly secret though, and I tried to say, like the new trade agreements that governments around the world are doing. That's dated, this video, isn't it? Nobody will care in 30 years time. I tried to sit in a gallery during my lunch break one day and got turned away, but a lot of the talk concerns animancy, so there's good reason they're keeping the meetings behind. We know about the legacy. It's the baby thing. Wadewine's legacy. That's what a lot of people will call the rash of Hollowborn. Yeah, the baby thing. Why is animancy so controversial? Because it's all soul stuff, isn't it? Where to begin? Traditionalists think it's a crime against the gods. There's no question that poking around in souls is risky, but the more progressive elements believe it's our only shot at restoring healthy births. And it doesn't help matters that animancy research often involves old Engwithian relics that were illegally, I'm doing air quotes, illegally looted from ruins in Glanfath. She makes a quick twitching motion with her index and middle fingers. Look, see, air quotes, I was right, brilliant. Yes, we know about Hollowborn. What do you think about animancy? Me? I think the real danger of animancy is confusing a real scholar with an expensive fake. Like psychics and homeopaths and stuff like that. And science, yes. We get a new case here every day. Some poor couple in the gift of Copper Lane who spent every copper they had on a miracle cure for their unborn child. It never works. It never does work. It never does work. I see. Anyway, legacy is one. Yep, right. Okay, we're going to say goodbye there, and we are going to call the episode. Should we have a little run around? We shall have a little run around next time. I'm guessing those doors are locked. I'm guessing there's a big thing and a chair and all sorts there. So, but yeah, we'll go and we'll check out the palace next time, folks. So until then, bye bye for now.